afternoon, dear jury members, dear colleagues. Nice to meet you. So I'd like to share my presentation. The topic of my workshop today is From Language Barriers to Wins, Creating an I Can Environment. And I'd like you to start from such an activity. I'd like you to join a Haslight with the help of this QR code, or I'll send the link to our chat. If you use the telephone, please join in any way you like. Your task is to finish the sentence in one word. At school, I feel. I'd like you to provide 3 distinct feelings. How do you feel at school? As a teacher, not a student, but as a teacher. What's the problem?
Maybe some technical problems. I don't know. Can I type in the chat?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your answers. Hungry, tired, calm, engaged. Okay. Is it all, or is anybody trying to do this task?
So I feel inspired. I feel proud, and I feel purposeful. I have a mistake.
I see. Okay.
Purposeful.
Thanks a lot. Should I wait for other participants, or is it all? Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. So, children come to our classroom with feelings first, and only then with notebooks. Today, I'd like you to show how we create a space where every child can say, I can speak, I can think, I can create. For me, teaching English is not about grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It's all about creating a space where a child feels safe enough to speak, brave enough to think, and inspired enough to create. I believe that before a student can say, I can speak, they must first feel, I'm not afraid. That is why the foundation of my teaching is psychological safety. In my classroom, mistakes are not punished, they are explored. A mistake is not a problem, it's evidence of growth. My pedagogical idea is to transform English from a subject into a living tool, a tool for communication, for reflection, argument, for creativity. And I build my classroom on these 3 principles. First, it's freedom and safety. Students speak to express ideas first, and we polish accuracy then. And of course, without trust, there is no voice. Second, it's partnership. I'm not only a teacher, I'm a facilitator, I'm a co-learner. Third, it's creation and reflection. Language becomes powerful when students use it to express personal experience, their opinions, values. So my goal is not only linguistic competence, my goal is confidence. Because when a student believes, I can speak, I can think, I can create, then English stops being a school subject. It becomes a part of their identity. And that for me is the true success of education. So in my practice, I start the lesson with, not with a check, but with inclusion. This reduces anxiety and activates internal motivation. I use problem questions as a tool for developing speech and thinking simultaneously, and this corresponds to the competency-based approach when language is a means of forming key competencies. So now I'd like you to move from theory to practice, and I invite you to my digital environment of trust. Please take your smartphones and scan this QR code that you can see. Or I'll give you the link in the chat, and you will see our wall of voices. Okay, scan it. Ой, sorry. On this board, I want to express your pedagogical superpower. It's like a 3-step journey. Here, you can see a plus button. Did you succeed? Okay, so here is this plus button. You can choose the color for your mood. What mood is it for you? Here is white one. You can choose that is for your mood today. Then second, you should write here a word that defines your strengths as a teacher. For example, inspiration, creativity, empathy, anyone. And third, you should find a GIF or an image that visualizes your word. With the help of this button of the picture, you will write here your word, creativity or inspiration. For example, let it be creativity. Creativity. And it generates for you the picture that you can choose. What's the matter, such a pictures? Maybe you will have better one. But the inspiration. Okay, for example, I'll write it and choose the color. And publish it on the wall.
Will you share a link in the chat box?
Yes, one moment. Not this one, I'm sorry. While you're typing, I'd like you to say that when I do it with my children, I say to them that don't worry about grammar or spelling, because in this classroom, mistakes are just steps towards success. So focus on your message. And also, I'd like you to pay your attention that the child doesn't just write a word. He or she chooses the color, looks for an image. They associate this abstract concept with an emotion. So this is I create. And there are no wrong mistakes here. There is only their choice and your choice. Okay, we can see here adaptability. Okay, can you share with us your opinion about this picture and your word?
So as for the adaptability, I think that the best way to help someone learn is to meet them exactly where they are. Тобто адаптуватися. Підлаштуватися під дітей. So I think that I don't get frustrated by repetitive questions or slow progress. Instead, I view every hurdle as an opportunity to find a better way to explain it. So the teacher should be patient, да? Тобто, терплячість. And as for their versatility, універсальність, так? Teaching isn't just about knowing the facts, it's about the delivery. And my strength lies in my ability to be whatever kind of educator you need at any given moment.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry, I can't create an image. So
Let
only
it be.
words.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
some problem, technical, sorry.
Thank you. And I can see the word communication. Could you explain, please, briefly, why do you choose it?
I think communication is the main thing for teachers, is the key to success. We can explain some difficult notions, manage behavior in the classroom with the help of communication. So communication is really important.
Thanks a lot. So, thank you. This is exactly how we transform a simple vocabulary task into meaningful conversation in our lesson. And this is what I said. Yeah, I mean, I can speak, I can think, I can create. So English is no longer a subject, that's a bridge between the heart and minds. Okay, so my goal is to transform the classroom into a safe hub where each student goes through 3 stages. I can speak, so overcoming the English barrier through the game techniques and emotional intelligence. I can think, developing the 4 Ks: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. And I create, creating your own projects where English is a means, not a goal. In the distance format of learning, I use interactive platforms that allow students to speak without fear of making a mistake. And in my classroom, fluency comes before accuracy. A mistake is not a failure, it's, as I said, the evidence of learning. You can see here some technologies for creating a space of trust. It's scaffolding, visual support that provides a sense of security, because effective scaffolding, it's just in-time support, ensuring that students receive help exactly when they need it. Then gamification, learning through play, where excitement is stronger than fear. Storytelling, the children becomes the author of his own story. And project-based learning, solving real problems in the original language. It encourages students to engage in real-world tasks that they integrate language skills with critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. And now I'd like you to look at my paddle board. Here, I'd like you to present the most used platforms for interaction at my lessons. I use different digital tools, but I use them not for entertainment first, but as a part of pedagogical model. For example, Mentimeter or a Slide, that's for Safe Start, Padlet for collaboration, WordWall, learning apps, Bamboozle for thinking, Canva for creating output, Miro for reflection. So each platform corresponds to a specific pedagogical goal. For example, at the beginning of the lesson, at the organizational stage, when we set our emotional mood, we can use a picture with different faces of a cat, and children are to say how do they feel today using one of these words. Or we can also use the Miro board, where the children are to choose any kind of color and that reflects their mood today. And color any of the petal of this flower. For example, let's take any color. They do it. I share the link, they color the petals on the screen, and then I can show them the description, what each of color means according to their mood today. Then on the stage of knowledge activation, I use very often the platform Kahoot. For example, now we have in the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, we have the topic nature and the environment. Pupils love it very much. I think it's the best one that they like. We share the link and play together. And check our knowledge according to the vocabulary or grammar point. The next one, it can be word wall. We also can choose it for checking vocabulary or grammar from the previous lesson, or also bamboozle. We can even divide into two groups, and each group choose any card, and for example here they name the natural disasters and get points for the correct one, or didn't get it if they have the wrong answer. Then the motivational stage. At this stage we can use just word wall questions, spin the wheel and answer the questions. Or also if we start a new topic, and I'd like children to guess what will it be, they can do this puzzle. I share the link, they join it and try to do this puzzle, and according to the picture they should guess what will be the topic of the next unit, for example. Then at the stage of introduction of new knowledge, we can, if it's a synchronous lesson, we of course use presentations, PowerPoint or Google presentations, or if it's a lesson, asynchronous lesson, then I can send children the link to the platformed puzzle, and they can watch the video by themselves, or we do it at the lesson. Also we can do it because it's also interesting. They watch the video, and according to the video, they have some questions and answer it using the information that they have already heard. It doesn't work. Oh, sorry. Then the next stage, if it's a practical stage, here we also can use a lot of different platforms, but the most used here is Jeopardy, for example, Jeopardy Labs. When we have already learned some topic, for example, now at the 11th grade, we have the topic of relative pronouns. I can divide them into several groups. For example, two groups here. They choose any kind of task. It can be multiple choice, fill in the blank, correction, or ordered sentences, or create sentence. And each group, one by one, choose one of the question. For example, here they should choose the right variant. Here they are to say by themselves what will be the best relative pronoun. In the correction, they should guess what is the mistake here, order the sentence in order to make it correct according to our topic, or create their own using the relative pronoun that is done here. Also, we can use ESL Collective. Especially, I like it when we use when we check some grammar at our lessons. They listen, watch, and fill in when they are ready to answer. When we have already learned some information about it, we can fix our knowledge with the help of it. For example, here, the children are to write the form of present perfect. Check it, and then continue. It can be for their own, can be done for their own task, or together at the lesson. And there are also different tasks: fill in, reorder the words, or correct the mistake. Different ones. And also live worksheet. Not now, but a week ago, we had a topic about weather and clothes in the 5th grade, and they were to listen to the audio and choose the right picture for the description. Next stage, it's reflection. At this stage, we use Mirrorbot, maybe. I can put here a picture like this or like this, and they are, one moment, I have the link. They are to put any kind of sticker or smile at the pictures that corresponds to the understanding of the lesson. If it's easy, they can say that they understood everything. If it's okay, they can say what do they need more, in what topic, what practice should they need, and they put their hearts maybe here or any kind of other sticker. Or like this one, yeah, they also should put the smile in the correct column. That is the best for their knowledge. Or it can be just word wall. Here is the link that we've used at the end of our school year before the new year. And here we're at the last of our lesson, the last lesson, yeah, that was before the holiday. And we've used such a task, funny cookies predictions for New Year. I'd like you to do it now, just to choose anyone for prediction, for example, for our new, not new day maybe, new day or new week. Can you see it? Something isn't okay here. Aha, here is it. Now it's okay. Okay, choose anyone, say the number, and I'll open it.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. Read it, please.
You will achieve your goals.
Okay,
Great.
great. Thank you. And
Let
one
it be number 10.
number 10, okay.
You will have your own apartment.
Mhm. Yes. Okay, thank you. That's a task that we had with our 11th grade. And as I'd like you to say some more information about the homework. Of course, we can use different kind of homeworks, but recently I've found out about such a tool that is a storybook with the help of Gemini. For example, now we have almost finished the topic of healthy lifestyle in the 4th grade. And the task was for children to read a book. I just wrote, create a book about healthy habits for 4th grade students. And he did it for 10 pages. Their task was to read the story as their homework, because the next lesson we had the project work. And that is like the preparation for this kind of work. They read it. If they don't understand, they can use their vocabulary. And then it helps them to work at the lesson and make their own project about healthy habits. Or that was I created for the 9th form about protection of the environment. He created a story about a mission to protect the local ecosystem. That was also 10 pages, I'm sorry. They've read it and they were to make their own story as an ending of this one. Or they can change some part of this book in their own way, in order to reflect their own attitude to the protection of the environment. So it's also a very interesting tool. It can be used also not only for homework, but also for example, for the practical part. Yeah, when we use, we also can use it for grammar. To write a story, ask him to create a story about anybody using present perfect. And then we will read it, find the examples, underline it maybe, and so on. Okay, so now about mistakes. Instead of seeing the mistake as a failure, we see it as a diagnostical message. When a child say, I can't do it, it becomes, I can't do it yet. The word yet becomes a magic bridge between ignorance and mastery. It's named the teaching tip, the beauty of mistake wall. This is an interactive area in the classroom where we are not looking for the culprit, but we are looking for logic. For example, when a student say or wrote, I go'd to the park, instead of to, we say, cool, you understood the topic about past simple, adding ed, but this word, it's a rebel, irregular verb. Let's name it together. Then, if we speak about lesson, a lesson, it's not an opportunity. It's not a passing of time. It's like an adventure. We started with checking, because a child whose emotions we have acknowledged is open to knowledge. And we work in win-win pairs, because in today's world, collaboration skills are more valuable than knowledge of irregular verb. But the most important, this is resonance. When we analyze an English meme or watch a video or about space, children forget about the moment that they are at the lesson. They simply live in English, experiencing the true joy of knowledge. And each lesson is not a paragraph, it's a new window into the world. I'd like you to look at these memes. We all know this feeling of being afraid, but in our classroom we use memes to laugh at our fears. For example, this one, the second one, the task was, let's create a creation meme, correction meme, I'm sorry, together. And if a student say, I goat, if you don't say no, we create a meme where a cat is wearing a crown because he invented a new rule. I'd like you to ask, what superpower does this arrow give to our character? It's confidence.
Maybe
Confidence. I spoke about confidence because by crowning the mistake, we give the student the power to keep experiencing without fear. And today they invented, if today they invented gold, but tomorrow, because they weren't ashamed, they will have the courage to invent world-changing ideas in English, for example. So, concluding my speech, I want to say my task as a teacher is not just to fill children's heads with grammatical structures and lexical units. My real mission is to give every child a voice with which they can confidently declare themselves to the world, a voice that will not tremble from the fear of making a mistake, but will sound proud, creative, and meaningful. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Thank you very much for your presentation.